Hey, I'm Urs from ProOptimal, and at ProOptimal we are putting AI to the core of your paid media operations. Nowadays, everyone is talking about automation, but when we started talking to campaign managers, we quickly figured that the days in 2026 look a bit more like this. And this. Usually campaign managers starting their day with going to the ad platforms, pulling reports, looking for further optimization methods, and then going back to the platforms to apply the changes. And not only the steps, but actually the time put into this tedious work is quite stunning. From a double verify report, we can see that performance marketing managers are spending a quarter of their time with this manual optimization. Always the same steps: Google Ads, Meta, Excel, and then going back to the platforms. And in reality, this looks a bit like this. Alina is one of our clients, and she's not managing 10 or 20, but 80 campaigns simultaneously. In order to do great optimization work, she would either need more time to do it, and therefore decided to not do it before we started working together. So, of course, we asked her and her peers why she wouldn't automate those tasks. And the results were quite aligned. First, limited oversight. So whenever you put a script into Google or Meta, it's doing the thing. But you will only notice that the stuff is not working once your budget goes south. Unpredictable decisions. So every one of you has asked ChatGPT a question, or maybe asked it 5 times, you would at least get 4 different answers. And we want to have reliability when we are optimizing our campaigns. Last but not least, static logic. If-then logic might work, but as markets are changing and the environment is dynamic, what worked today might not work tomorrow. And therefore, at ProOptimal, we are working at a quite innovative approach to handle exactly this. What we are building is automation with full control, or a human-centered automation work. So we are focusing on not going to Google, putting everything into your spreadsheet and then going back to Google. What Alina and her colleagues are doing today is simply pressing one button. There, with our deterministic system, we are focusing that every change and every automation is running through in the same fashion and manner and have no AI hallucinations. Then, transparency. So whenever a change is suggested by the model, we know that we can give a reasoning and Alina can decide whether it makes sense or not to change the things on the platform. So she always stays in control with the approval gates. And last but not least, the learning. So we're working together with Alina and we know what she's doing, which tasks she's already automated. But our learning algorithms found more optimization potential and based on this was able to give her further optimization or workflows. So this looks still a bit scattered. So how do we start doing this and bringing this into practice? Our algorithm usually goes over your Google Ads and Meta account to find the things that you're already doing great and find further optimization methods. Based on this, we are building the automations that will get you rid of the manual overhead that you're having currently. Then, I already mentioned our learning algorithm. So by working together, we are able to find further optimization potential and then improve the automations that we've already been building for you or give you further ones. So I brought also 3 examples to you to show where this is already applied in practice. With Alina, the non-performing keywords, a quite tedious task that usually eats up quite a big chunk of ad budgets. By running the workflow for the first time, we were able to save 5,000 euros in otherwise wasted ad budget. Then, the pacing optimization, where the goals are simply not on platform, and the workflow usually took 4 to 5 hours every week of continuous optimization. Done in one click. And we are giving more and more autonomy to the platforms, but with our PMax asset optimization workflow, we are giving you back the control to feed the algorithm with the right intentions. So our team combines marketing operations from agency background and AI research in self-improving systems. Because we think that the future is not static, but rather dynamically improving and getting better over time. Currently, we are working together with in-house teams and performance agencies that have a huge overhead in their manual campaign operations. We are operating on Google and Meta with basically every automation that you could imagine of possible. Currently, we are going into this to build the next generation of your paid media operations. We have 4 spots left to build our beta product, and I would be happy to join you or having you join us on the journey. There are 4 spots left. Feel free to scan the QR code and join us for this next mission of AI operations. Thank you.